Good morning and welcome to another episode of Bespoke. So, we're going to start this week's episode with something a little bit different. I'm going to ask you a question and see if we can get some conversations started in the comments. And it's a sensitive question. It's a sensitive question that I think every contractor needs to approach, but never really knows how to approach. And every client knows that it's a subject that needs to be spoken about, but never really wants to speak about it. So it's about budgets. Now, if you're planning on having a project done, it's always helpful for your contractor to know what sort of budget you've got in mind for that project. Otherwise, they can pretty much just be, excuse the language, but pissing in the wind. There is no point in us going away, or any contractor going away and starting to try and price for a job if we don't have an understanding of what the client's expectations are to spend on said job. So we, for one, try to ask every single client what their budget is. Now, sometimes Simone will try and approach that subject in the office before she puts a consultation in, but sometimes she'll gauge a conversation and feel a bit sensitive, and then I'll approach it at consultation stage in a bit of a softer way. But ultimately, we do need to know, or we do like to know your budget, because it makes things a bit easier. And that's not so that we can go away and, for example, say, oh, that client said they had £10,000, so we'll get as close to £10,000 as we can. It's 100% not what we do, but what it allows us to do is to go away and analyse the correct materials and the correct design layouts for your garden that's going to suit the budget that you've got in mind. So flip it on its head. There's no point us going out there designing a full Love Island themed, all singing, all dancing garden for you with the highest of the highest end quality materials if the budget you've got doesn't suffice on it, because it's only going to waste our time and it's only going to waste the client's time. So it's always handy to know, because it definitely does help the process. So the question to you guys is, do you share your budget with your contractors, or do you keep it a secret? Drop your answers in the comments below and let's get a conversation started. Welcome to Monday morning, another week here at Bespoke. What have we got on today? We are heading to the Motherwell project today, and we're going to get stuck back into some more of the porcelain paving. But before we do that, I need to head on up to the suppliers and pick these tiles up. Definitely still getting used to this recording content for YouTube stuff, and this is a perfect example. In this clip I was telling you how we got the tiles, and we were now heading to a consultation that was near the suppliers before we head to the job in Motherwell. But me, being silly old me, forgot to turn on the microphone, so what you actually got was 30 seconds of silence. Right, here we are. We actually done this fence for this client about 2 or 3 years ago now, so it's always good to come back to a returning customer. But I believe the issue they've got this time is with the back garden. That there definitely should be up there and not leaning out like it is there. So it's looking like that's going to be a wee repair to just add a couple of posts onto the fence room. We'll check the rest of it though while we're here and just make sure that it's all secured up and there's no other problems. Back seems alright, so it's literally just a couple of posts on this side here just to get that secured back up through. So we'll pop in, let them know what that's going to take, and we'll then head on over to the Motherwell job and start getting some tiles down. See you there. So I actually lied to you, it wasn't just that wee side bit, because when you come round the back here, that's going to need sorted, so we're going to measure that for a new fence room. .3 metres, including one pedestrian gate, and the neighbour's gate isn't getting fixed, that's getting sat to the side and they're dealing with that themselves. And on the other side we need to do 3 new fence posts and get the fence re-secured. Right, now let's get over to Motherwell. Right, so we're back up in Motherwell and the plan today is to crack on. We're getting this patio laid. Depending on the time, we might start cutting some curves in the other patio, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, main job is get this patio laid. We're also going to be teaching Marcus how to make some mixes, so you can see him on the cement mixer behind me already. And again, getting him back on the tiles and teaching him how to lay some porcelain as well. So this will be week number 3 with us, and he's getting into the nitty gritty yet. That's what it's all about. We were just having a laugh there because we left the design sheet out on the job on Friday and it's absolutely soaked now, and that's the actual design there of what we're doing, and it's that wet. It's now double-sided, so we're just saying hopefully the customer doesn't come out and see it on that side, or they'll think that we've installed the patio on the wrong side of the garden. Fun and games on a Monday. Let's crack on. Right, so it's lunchtime on Monday. We're going to go and get a bite to eat. We've got a good wee bit of this paving down here, and the aim today is really just to get the rest of that paving completed in that circle area. But the type 1 takes a bit of a dip there, so we have to use quite a bigger bed of mortar. I'm not happy about doing that because it's using a lot of sand and cement. So during lunchtime I'm going to nip away and grab a ton of type 1 and we'll build that up a wee bit first. But that's us. Monday morning done, and Monday day done. Patio's all in. Back here tomorrow morning to cut the massive big circle and all the curves and all that out, so we'll see you then. So it's Tuesday morning and we're up in Bearsden. First task of the day for us is to get this fence repair tied up, so we just need to pull the panels back up into position, screw them back on, and then we're heading over to Bellshill. Cheers, man. What are you doing down there? How did that happen? Do you feel like going for a lie down? So, what we use when we are doing these fence repairs is these 100mm hex head timber screws, and they really lock in nice and tight, so there's no risk of the panel coming back off again. And there we have it. Fence all fully secured. Back up to the client. We are now heading down to Bellshill to do the same again. See you there. Right, so here we are up in Bellshill. Just another wee fence repair, nothing too serious. One panel, 3 posts, the guys have put the posts in. So we'll switch around and you can watch us put the panel back up, and we'll be out here very soon. Right, so we're back at the office. The guys are going to empty this van, so we've got some space in it. I'm going to go and do a couple of emails. I'll see you soon. You can watch them. To take a look at... These are away for... This is like take 10. Bugger it, you're now just sitting on the dashboard because I'm done with it. So it's 12:10, the guys are away for their lunch. I'm just popping by a consultation in View Park. I believe it's for a fence repair that came down in storms. And then we're going to be heading over to Motherwell to get the shapes cut into the patio. We're back in Motherwell. We're going to get sorted and go around and cut these curves. A new blade for the grinder. Absolutely shattered though, but yeah, go and get them done. We remind us everyone that porcelain is really sharp. That's just sliced like a Stanley blade. Lovely. Good morning. It is Wednesday and I am in the office because I am definitely behind on my side of paperwork to the extent where Simone's now asking me to do my job so she can do her job. The joys of running and owning a small company is even though you've got staff that do all these different things, you're still the kind of heartbeat of the company. So there's still things that you need to deal with or things that you need to action in order for that member of staff to action and do their part of the job. And it's tricky when you're working on site and in the office and doing the consultations and doing all those things. It's about finding that balance. So I'd like to try and find at least a couple of hours a week where I can just sit down in the office, catch up on what I need to do, respond to emails for Simone, and ultimately get on top of things. So that's us done in the office for just now, and I'm leaving, not on a jet plane, in a bespoke van to head to a couple of consultations in Cambuslang and then down to a job in Rutherglen where we'll meet up with the guys. See you there. Right, so we're down in Rutherglen. This is a project that we finished last year for this client, and what they've asked is if we can fit a clear plastic roof onto the pergola here so that they've got a bit of shelter from the elements. So I've got the sizes, it's 4.8 by 3 meters. I'm going to go and see if I can pick up the sheets and get that on. While I'm away, there had to be issue in the storm. A neighbour left the gate unlatched and it swung open and came flying off in the storm, so the gates are there. The guys are going to get that fitted on. So this is another clip where silly old me didn't turn on the microphone, and this is me telling you that we couldn't put the plastic roof on top of the pergola because the client wants clear plastic and we were unable to get clear plastic from the suppliers. So instead I went to MKM to pick up a pallet of blocks for the Motherwell job, and this is how the pallet ended up in the van. After going over a speed bump, the full thing just decided that it didn't want to play. So I thought, bugger it, that's not a today job. I've headed back to the yard and we'll deal with that in the morning because there's no chance of sitting through that at this time on a Wednesday. No chance. So I am going to head into the office, sort out my end of day paperwork, do some more of my quotations, get some editing in for this video that you're watching just now, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good morning, it is Friday and we're in the yard. I'm swapping vans with the guys just now. They've got the little van, I've got the big van, but the little van seems to be flagging up an error or a fault code and beeping all the time, so I'm going to need to get that into the garage. In the meantime, the guys are going to get back out to work in the big van. They're heading to a fence repair in Cambuslang first and then up to Motherwell to crack on with some more of the work there. They were working in Motherwell yesterday, but we didn't get any footage because this guy forgot to put the SD card in the camera. So yeah, I've got some stuff to crack on with this morning. The guys are going to crack on with their jobs. I've got the dogs to take to the vets, and then we'll tie up with them a bit later on. But I'll send the GoPro with them, and you can see what they get up to.